Here are 6 lessons that I learned at the age of 41 that has carried me now to the age of 48 to live the life and create the life that I actually think I deserve and the one that I actually desired. When I entered my 40s, I really thought I would have had my life all together. And I just don't mean the material things. I mean, I thought my health, finances, well-being, fulfilment, just living to my life and full potential would have just been something that would have been already established in my 40s. How wrong I was. And you know what? I got to the point at my age of 41 when I decided I want more. This cannot be the life I'm going to live for the next, say, 40 or even 50 years. But the problem was, how the hell was I going to change where I was to where I wanted to go? And that's why these 6 lessons I learned during my 40s are the lessons from Brazen women that I carry to this day that has helped me get from where I was to where I actually wanted to be. What are these 6 lessons? Well, stick around and I will tell you what they are. If you watched many of my videos before, you know that I love to read. And so I read loads and different books about change and how to kind of get out of your rut. And one of the things that really rang true for Brazen women, especially Brazen women in our stage of life, was do not settle. Don't settle for where your life is now, especially if you're unhappy. Actually, if you're feeling like you can do better, be better, and just show up better, don't settle for where you are now. Time to make some changes. The actual changes are actually quite simple. However, if you're already in the mindset that this is as good as it gets, it's going to be quite hard. Not only that, you'll get other people in your circle telling you that there's nothing wrong, that you're overthinking. Why can't you be grateful for where you are? Those might be the messages, but if you feel deep down inside your core that actually this is not making me feel good, this is not making me feel authentic, this is not the life that I really want to keep living, do not settle for where you are now. Make a plan and take small actions each day to create the life that you actually want. Again, simple, but again, I know not easy, but just when you've made up your mind that you're not living this way no more, that's your point of, I'm not settling for this and I'm going to make some changes. It's time to set big and scary goals. The goals that you think in the back of your mind when inspiration comes and thinks, oh my God, I'd love to do that. And that little voice in your head says, sit down. Who the hell do you think you are? You can't do this. You can't do that. That little chatter in your mind that says, who do you think you are? You've got all you can ever get in this life. Sit down. No, we're not settling. So then, if we're not settling, we are going to set goals that are going to scare us, but also excite us. One of the things for me that I did after I made a decision that I am not continuing the life that I want, that I had been living all that time, is I set the biggest goals. From the age of 41 to the age of 48 as I am this year, I have created a video channel, I've created blogs, I've got a course and I do coaching. I left my full-time job to go solo and be a consultant. That 41-year-old me would have never ever dreamed that those things were possible to her. But that 41-year-old me realized that she could not continue living the life that she lived. So set big goals, and they may be scary at the point that you're setting them, but that's okay. Every single Brazen woman that I have listened to, admired, followed, at the end of the day, they all had a starting point. They were not this mega intelligent or mega confident or mega resourceful women that you see them right now. There was a journey. Begin your journey with the confidence to know that you have what it takes to get the goals that you set for yourself. Another lesson I learned from Brazen women is that there is strength in unity. Women of a certain age, or maybe just women in general, was kind of sometimes in the culture kind of put against each other, like we're always competing against each other. Actually, there are so many women going through the same thing that you're going through now in terms of wanting to change and wanting to be better, that there actually will be positive outcomes when you work collaboratively, you know the word, and together. So I would say seek out females, whether that be in person or on via social media or via just work colleagues, anything that where you can actually work together and just help each other. There is such a good way of looking at things in a perspective where someone that might be going through something that you are going through or has been through it and can explain and help and encourage you to keep going with whatever things you are struggling with now. It's time for women not to be against each other, but to come together and actually help each other through our journey, especially women over 40, where maybe society kind of puts us on the shelf and says, okay, you're too old to do this or that, or you're too old to be a participant, or you're too old to actually have new dreams and new ways of wanting to live. Find your tribe, find your women of encouragement, find those around you that can help support your dreams, those that can help encourage your dreams and be a coaching and accountability partner for you. Don't be afraid to look out and seek help. You don't have to do it by yourself. And of course, I'm always here to help. So drop a comment in the comments below, because we always are a tribe of women that can actually support each other. So we're here to help. Don't be afraid to ask for help, and don't be afraid to share and be vulnerable about the things that you're going through with people that you can trust will help and encourage your journey. A really significant lesson that I have learnt from Brazen women is finding pleasure and joy in the small acts. Obviously, you see these famous women, these accomplished women, and they're known for their big accomplishments or the things that they've achieved. However, when you read their books and read their journey, it's those small acts of kindness towards themselves, those small acts of kindness towards other people that have actually helped their journey and developed their mindset and developed a sense of groundation where they can, no matter what the noise is in their head, whether the noise is positive or negative, they are grounded to know that it's the small acts that help. So whether that be you yourself, you offer somebody else some help. You could reach out to somebody that you can see might be struggling and offer them help. That brings confidence to you and actually helps with your own building your own self-esteem. So all the little things that you might do during the day that are working towards those big dreams, or working towards just changing your mindset, or just working towards just taking those actions towards where you want to be and who you want to become. Take time to appreciate those small things. Whether it was the case that you had a really rough day, but you still got up and you took a walk, or you did a workout, or you really felt like the day was overwhelming, but you stuck to that meal plan, or somebody asked you to do something and you know you're really overwhelmed and you politely declined. All those small acts of confidence and of being able to live authentically and share your authenticity with other people. Celebrate those moments, because those are the things that make up the day-to-day life. The grand gestures and reaching those goals and finally getting to that destination is amazing, but it's those small acts that you do each day that help towards making that journey pleasurable, enjoyable, and actually more memorable. One of the biggest lessons that I've learned from Brazen women is never stop learning. You don't have to reinvent the wheel and figure out things for yourself for the things that you want to do. There are books, seminars, courses, everything. This is the internet. This is the 2024. Everything is free that you want to know. You can just, with a click of a button, instead of seeing what your latest celebrity is doing, find out how you can start to create the confidence in order to get to the goals that you want to do. Never stop learning. I am in a position right now, I'm 2 years away from my 50th birthday, and I'm still taking the courses. There's still things I need to learn. I'm sitting in front of this video with you right now, and just last week I was looking at video editing because I need to get better. I want to learn. I want to create a craft and make it easier on myself when I am trying to navigate all the things that I want to achieve with my goals. I am always looking for the knowledge to help me do it. Somebody out there has done the thing that you're trying to do before. Don't try and do it by yourself. You don't have to. Seek the knowledge and learn from those that you admire about how they got from where they were to the journey that they are now. And the other thing about learning is not actually just also consuming and reading and looking for hints and hacks and things that you could do. The proof is in the pudding of trying it. It's one thing having the learning and understanding what to do. The difference is trying to apply it. So learning is also taking what you've learned and taking the application and doing it in your day-to-day or within your lifestyle. So that is how we really learn. Trial and error. You're going to make mistakes. There's so many mistakes that I have made. If you look at some of my really, really old videos, they're a bit crap. But you know what? I persisted, I learned, and hopefully I am getting better. So do not be afraid to actually take action and try out the things that you're learning. Try out the things that will help you get a step closer to those goals and be comfortable with failing. Failing is, I like to say, is a learning experience. So you know then once you've done it, what to do and what not to do. You tick it off your list. You don't have to do that again if you failed. You can try something new. So don't stop learning. Now, we've all heard the saying, fake it until you make it. And to be honest, sometimes I appease that quote, but sometimes I actually have to use it in my day-to-day life. But one of the lessons that Brazen women have showed me is that self-belief all depends on you. It doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter other people's opinions. It doesn't matter what they say, what they do. Actually, what matters is how you feel about yourself. So once you start to learn and action all of these lessons that I'm showing you, your self-belief actually starts to grow. And those voices in your head, which to be honest are probably the main reasons why you might stop yourself from doing certain things, those voices will always be there, but they get quieter and you're able to shut them down much quicker. So take small actions to start building confidence within yourself with self-belief. And that starts, to me, always by keeping the promises you make to yourself. If you've told yourself that you're going to do something, do it. Because whether you do it or not, you might be the only person that knows you've done it. And that self-belief, self-confidence, self-trust in yourself is so important to help you move forward and start to do bigger and better and more life-changing things once you know that you've got the discipline to give yourself an instruction and follow through. So build your self-belief and self-confidence by just keeping those promises that you make to yourself. So those are my 6 lessons that I have learned from Brazen women. In the comments below, let me know and give me the names of any Brazen women that you admire that have helped you along the way, and tell me what part of their journey or what part of their story inspired you. And I just want to say, being brave or brazen and taking chances is not about being fearless. It's about feeling the fear and doing it anyway. The way that I have learned to do that is by using that fear that I feel in my body and changing that to excitement. The feelings that you have in your body can be the same. So fear and excitement can actually create the same feeling in your body. But what you think in your mind can actually change your actions and towards how you override anything that might be stopping you. So when I'm feeling fearful, I say to myself, yeah, it might be scary, but it's actually exciting. Changing that fear to excitement and being brazen about it, and just sometimes saying, act as if, that is an amazing way for you to just embrace the lessons that Brazen women do all day, every day. Every board member, every CEO, every pop star, every artist, there's going to be times when they are fearful, but you might never know because they've learned to control that thought of fear and change it into something else, which is excitement. And the more you practice and the more you kind of adapt, and your thinking and your mindset will make you the most brazen you've ever been in your life. And who knows what might happen once you start living your brazen lifestyle. Let me know which of those 6 lessons that I've shared from the Brazen women that I have studied and I have admired you're going to start working on today. See you in the next video, and thank you for staying with me. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because I've realized that a lot of people watch my videos, but you people are not subscribing. So please subscribe, because it gives me encouragement actually to continue doing what I enjoy doing, which is sharing my journey and sharing the techniques and things that I have learned since turning 40 to create a totally different life to the one that, if I didn't make those changes, I would have still been living. Check the description below also for workbooks, depending on where you are in your own Brazen journey. The workbooks are free and you can join my mailing list and we can actually just start working together.